Your main news bulletin.
The Breakfast Rush main news bulletin.
Making news at this hour, Northern Durban faces 24-hour water outage due to pipeline repairs, and Iran-US teams discuss ways forward with technical talks ongoing in Qatar. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Hajra Kota. Residents in Northern Durban are being told to prepare for a 24-hour water outage starting the early hours of today. eThekwini municipality says that teams will be carrying out critical maintenance on a major water pipeline. The Northern Aqueduct, supplied by the Durban Heights Water Treatment Works, will be shut down from 2 a.m. today until 2 a.m. tomorrow. The work includes repairing multiple leaks along the trunk pipeline, replacing faulty air valves and pressure tests before the system is safely brought back online. The city says that a large number of areas is expected to be affected by the shutdown. This includes Durban North, Newlands, Mshlanga, Phoenix, Canubia, Kwamashu, Chizuma, Inanda and Ottawa, along with several surrounding communities. Officials say that water will be restored gradually once the work is complete. Reservoirs refill and pressure returns to the network. The National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure NATJOINT says that more than 900 people were arrested during Tuesday's operations during various anti-illegal immigration marches around the country. In KZN, 153 people were arrested for various crimes, including looting, public violence and contravention of the Immigration Act. Most were undocumented foreign nationals, while others were arrested for looting, public violence, harboring undocumented immigrants and business robbery. Thousands of people marched across South Africa on Tuesday to demand the departure of undocumented foreign nationals after a weeks-long campaign that has sent thousands fleeing and claimed 4 lives. A newborn baby boy has been given a second chance at life after being rescued from the side of a Pietermaritzburg road where he was abandoned just hours after birth. Medics were called to Bombay Road shortly after midday yesterday. KZN Private Ambulance Services Craig Botha says the locals walking nearby heard cries coming from the tall grass. The incident is not the first one in KZN this year. Earlier this year, an infant who was left alone in a shack in Malvern while his parents allegedly went out drinking was saved by neighbors and the police. Neighbors say that the baby had been crying for hours after his parents allegedly left him unattended from around 6 in the morning. And finally, sources says that technical level talks are now underway in Qatar's capital of Doha, but senior US-Iranian negotiations will not meet face-to-face. A foreign container ship runs around in the Strait of Hormuz after entering shallow waters outside the shipping route designated by Iranian authorities. Iran's top negotiator says that Hormuz is Tehran's greatest instrument of power and insists that talks on a final deal will not begin until initial provisions are implemented by the US. Israeli Minister of Energy and Infrastructure says that Israel's control of the Gaza Strip will only continue to grow until it reaches 100%. A quick recap of your top stories this hour. Northern Durban faces 24-hour water outage due to pipeline repairs, and Iran-US teams discuss ways forward with technical talks ongoing in Qatar. And that's it for news this hour. Radio Al-Ansar, I am Hajra Kota.
Talking about the Northern Durban areas that are expecting this water shutdown, water outage, if you will, today, repairing multiple leaks along the trunk pipeline, replacing faulty air valves at various locations, completing associated pipework repairs, inspecting, pressure testing, and safely recommissioning the system before restoring normal operations. Water supply is expected to be restored progressively after the maintenance has been completed as reservoirs refill and the distribution network returns to normal operating conditions. The list of areas affected are so long on the notice that was sent out yesterday that it might be easier and faster to read a list of areas that's not going to be affected. It seems that might be shorter. Anyway, the municipality is apologizing for any inconvenience caused, not acknowledging that if they had taken care of the network when it was supposed to be taken care of, this Phoenix 1, Phoenix 2, Phoenix 3, 4, 5, 6, Trenins 1, Trenins 3. I'm just going through this list, and now we'll need another hour for the show to do this one here, right? So, yeah. Anyway, the shutdown will commence at 2 a.m. today. It's already started and is expected to be completed by 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the shutdown is necessary to allow for its essential maintenance. So, yeah. If you've got big containers at home, while there may still be water running the tap, you might want to fill up.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Willerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This Surah Yasin is brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg's leading spice and specialty retail store.
Listen carefully.
Are you ready?
The show's about to start.
I'm saying,
The Breakfast Rush.
are you ready?
The Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطوي عنا بعده اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل اللهم إني أعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل والولد.
Listening to the Breakfast Rush.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم 2 فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا محضرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يخصمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند محضرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون
صدق الله العظيم.
You are listening to the Breakfast Rush.
اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عيني وأصلح لي شأني كله. اللهم لا إله إلا أنت لا إله إلا أنت وحدك لا شريك لك. اللهم رحمتك أرجو فلا تكلني
This Surah Yasin was brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless your day.
There's something cooking at Murchison Spice, and its name is Elite Basmati Rice, available throughout the Middle East and now available in South Africa. Brought to you by Murchison Spice, Pietermaritzburg. Available in Golden Cellar and Premium White, high in vitamins and low in calories. Perfect for the health conscious. Contact Murchison Spice on 033 387 2121. That's 033 387 2121. Murchison Spice. Taste the East.
Your award-nominated Breakfast Rush with Nichal Sarawan.
You guys make our day with a ray of hope.
You guys always rocked. I've been inspired. You guys are totally awesome. There's no words that can describe how awesome you guys are.
I will always say TVR is the best. TVR brings joy into my home.
Thank you, TVR. Brilliant. Just keep up the great work. Let's hope management gives you guys a big increase.
Monday to Friday, 6 till 8 a.m.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
At this time of trial and worry, the blessings of charity are the ideal means to avoid calamity and despair. The Al-Imdad Foundation gives you the opportunity to sponsor a share in a borehole in South Africa for just 1,000 Rand and provide what the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, called the best form of charity. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
This Women's Day, every mosque tells a story. Al Ansar Outreach and Radio Al Ansar proudly present Her Mosque, Her Story.
Join us for an unforgettable day filled with inspiration, delicious food, laughter, comedy, exciting prizes, and heartfelt moments, and get to meet your favorite female presenters.
Tickets are only 300 Rand and every ticket helps support our Slice of Life drive.
Call Outreach today on 031 208 1601 to book your seat for the 8th of August.
Her Mosque, Her Story, because behind every smile, every struggle, every success lies a story waiting to be told.
And remember, she's all that.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
Inspiration for the Ummah, your morning nasiha.
But what we sometimes forget is the number one trick in the book of the shaitan, and that is, if he can't get to the believer in something which is so obviously wrong in action, what does he do? He comes to wait for you on your good actions. What does he do with that? Allah Akbar. This is the most subtle way and the best trick he does for the believers, for the strong believers. He comes up to you and says, you know, you've been helping out the Muslim community a lot, mashallah. You are involved in da'wah, mashallah. You're part of the organization, or you're part of this or that organization, mashallah. Well done, good on you. The shaitan tells you that. He whispers in your head and says to you, good, it's very good. Keep going. But you know what he's doing at the same time? He's waiting. He says, I'm going to make him or her go, and I'm going to make them use every energy in their body to do the good deed. And then when they do the good deed, without them realizing, I'm going to play with their intentions. And this is what the shaitan does. Hey, look, people are saying good things about you. This is a blessing from Allah. You should increase in that good deed. So then you go to the next step. Continue. Look at that. You've just discovered that you've got a nice voice in Quran. You've got a nice way of speaking to people. Look how many people are following you. MashaAllah. Look at the sisters in the back. MashaAllah, they're intrigued by what you say. Soon you're going to get married. You can choose anyone you want. Look at these brothers, MashaAllah. They've got lots of fathers there. Impress the fathers. Get married. For the sake of Allah, get married. but impress them through your good work. So now he subtly changed your intention without you realizing. In the name of hasanat, in the name of pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, marriage, Allah loves marriage. You know, guiding people, mashallah, Allah loves guiding people, right? All these things. And then he says to you, after a while, you find yourself doing these good deeds and wasting all that time, but your intention is now no longer fully for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happens to those deeds? Allah says in the Quran about these types of people, الَّذِينَ ضَلَّ سَعْيُهُمْ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَهُمْ يَحْسَبُونَ أَنَّهُمْ يُحْسِنُونَ صُنْعًا. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Wallahi, this verse scares us. It says, the ones who their road in life, their struggle in life, their seeking of good rewards in life becomes lost. They lose their path. And they assume all this time that they were doing good deeds. Allah spoke about the priests and the rabbis at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. This ayah came down in there about them. They do all these good deeds on the outside, but they're doing it not for Allah. They're doing it for the wrong God, for the wrong purpose. So these people, they work good deeds, but now I'm doing it for the people. I'm doing it for the marriage. I want to impress the fathers. I want to do it now for money. I want to do it so I can keep my position as, you know, the president of such and such, or the leader of such and such, or the imam of such and such, or for this reputation or that reputation. So now the deeds begin to become a disaster. I wanted to open it up with this because these are one of the most subtle tricks the shaitan attacks the true believers. However, Iblis did say something else. He had to admit something to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah knows everything shaitan is thinking, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows everything, right? So the shaitan had to admit something. He said, one type of people I will not be able to lead them astray in their actions, and I can never play tricks on them. What did he say? إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. I will lead them all astray by sitting on their straight path, except among your servants who obey you. Listen to it very intricately. He's not saying all your servants. He is saying your servants, meaning the Muslims, the believers who follow you, who pray, who believe in you. Among them, not all of them, among them is a special elite team. I will not be able to reach them. Who are they? Iblis admits, Al-Mukhlasin. They are the ones who are sincere in their actions. They do it only seeking the pleasure of Allah, and only wanting the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and only wanting the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and fearing the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone, and fearing displeasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. This is what exacerbates, this is what exemplifies and gratifies any action, whether wallahi it's a tiny atom seed of an action or a big action the size of a mountain.
TBR, it is 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. Saying Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome on into your breakfast rush on this beautiful Thursday morning, 6:30 exactly. It's the second day of the 7th month on the Gregorian calendar, 2026.
Now we have to use our fingers and count January, February, March, April.
Do they still do that? Like January, February, March, like they go in between and they say which one's 30 and which one's 31?
Yes.
And
Well, I don't know if the little ones are still taught that. I was never taught that.
Me neither. So I know it exists. I just don't know how it works. So January would be on the top, February in the bottom end, in the ridge. So I'm assuming the ones in the ridges are the ones with the 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Makes sense. We can try
It
and
might.
test and see
I
if
don't
it
know.
works.
If you know how that works, you let us know. How you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are
Good,
you?
good. Not going to complain.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. On the 16th of Muharram 1448, the day before, you have to send us your durood counts, just in case you forgot.
Yes, the day before you send us those durood counts. Now, if you have a problem finding the perfect shoe for your feeties, are you looking for that shoe that will keep you comfortable throughout the entire day? Make sure you're tuned in around about 7:10 this morning for a very, very informative interview that we've got lined up. Talking about taking care of your feet. I mean, have you ever walked around in a shoe that was a little bit uncomfortable, and by the end of the day, not only were your feet in pain, but your lower back?
Yes. I have had experiences where I've counted down the hours till I could take it off.
Take the shoe off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've taken it off.
In certain instances.
In certain places.
Shh, it's a secret. Don't tell anybody I told you. Right? There's a formal pair that I've got that I really like.
Nice, okay.
That I wear when I'm emceeing certain outfits, whatever you call it. But I carry my slippers.
Okay.
So I'll leave home wearing my slippers.
Yeah.
Right? I get to the event, I'll do all of the build-up and what have you with all of the other service providers and everything in my slippers. Bride and groom arrive, sort them out in my slippers. And when it's time for the show, time for action, put my shoes on.
Okay.
Do that bit for about 2 hours. And at the end of the 2 hours, my feet are already saying, Pritch, remember the slippers are still here. So you take those off and you put the slippers on again. Everybody's eating and you kind of sitting, your feet are under the table, right? So you're hiding.
Having a professional conversation with somebody while they're wearing their sabbats.
I do. You know what? That which you cover your feet with is so important.
Breakfast rush traffic.
He's in combat boots the entire day, boys and girls. Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing this morning?
No complaints.
Oh, that's fantastic. What's happening on the roads?
Looking at the sun rising.
Oh, man. I don't want to say it, but you just tell us what's happening on the roads.
Okay. Bad one this morning. N3 going from Durban towards Johannesburg is closed. So if you're on the N3 this morning, I'm saying to you, the first ramp you get going to the M13, which will be Sherwood. The next one will be in, the M13 ramp itself at Paradise Valley. You take that one. Use the M13. Or you can use the M19 and then jump onto the M13. Or you can use the M7 and then jump onto the M13. Traffic is backed up way before the toll. Trying to get through the N3 to a complete standstill due to an earlier accident, quite a nasty one involving trucks. The entire freeway is closed. So not sure how long this is going to take. It's at Cliffdale, your normal spot where your accidents take place. So the N3 is closed this morning, outgoing from Durban. Don't attempt to use it because you're not going to be going anywhere. Once you're stuck in the traffic, you will not even be able to come out of it. So please, try and take a ramp before that. The alternate routes are the M13, the M7, the M19. The M7 and the M19 will lead on to the M13. And then you get past the accident scene by the Comrades route, which is the R103. And then once you get past the Cliffgate area towards Cato Ridge, you join the N3 again from Cato Ridge, and then from there it's free running. Earlier accident on the M7, quite a bad one as well. Westbound going towards Pinetown. The roadway is open, but there's still some debris on the road. So just be aware of that, please, and be careful. We've got slow-moving traffic already on the N2, northbound approaching the Spaghetti Junction. Just allow for some extra traveling time there, please. That's your first update.
When is the last time you flew a kite?
Last year, the fun run.
Really?
Me too.
Yes.
You too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had to.
The reason I'm asking is because there's a yellow level 2 warning for damaging winds in certain parts of KwaZulu-Natal for today.
That part of Durban.
Yeah, it blows over.
So I sent a telegram to my kite as well.
Right? And did it send a message back, or does it just fall down like...
No, you don't get a message back.
Yeah?
Just send a message up to it.
You sent a message up to the kite. Thank you very much. You've been a nice kite. Do enjoy the rest of your flight.
Well, the wind is starting. I'm looking out here at the moment.
Yep.
You've got some little white waves over the sea. You know, the little white water.
Mm-hmm.
The sun is starting to rise.
Yeah.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, because you brought it up again, I wasn't going to do this, but because you brought it up again, a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to make a plan for TBR to do a sunrise broadcast on the beach.
I do recall.
That one is coming. You gave me 8 weeks to do it. So that one, we're only 5 weeks into it.
Inshallah,
But
we
3
are
weeks more.
waiting with bated breath.
All right. I'm going to say to Brother Zach and Brother Mondley, they must get all of their equipment ready because Colonel Raouf says within the next 3 weeks, inshallah, we'll do a sunrise broadcast.
I
want to make a request, though.
Go ahead.
Can we please do it during the school holidays?
Yeah, I'm going to try for that. And we're going to school open again.
On the first day of the next term.
So I'm going to go to Wimpy this morning.
Oh, gosh.
And have breakfast here.
Look at you.
Okay.
So
I want to send him a fine.
generally, across the board, most
Yeah.
schools open on the 21st of July.
Okay, there you go. Before the 21st of July, so Colonel Raouf, you've got just a couple of weeks to go. If I may suggest Friday the 17th, it's just a suggestion from me to you, and I'm doing this on air with all of the listeners listening so they know the team's trying to plan something for Friday the 17th of July. And when you get to Wimpy, speak to Abdul, tell him Nichal sent you.
Yeah, we talk about Nichal sent me. I thought I'd take a couple of seconds of your time. We had a guy that, in the old days worked in the police with us.
Yes.
So whenever a new batch came out, you would pick on some of them. So you would, because he was quite a senior guy.
Yeah.
So you say to him, listen, just go there to Patel and get 3/4 mutton money and tell him certain person sent you.
Oh, no. That is just horrible behavior. It's similar to me sending the new interns into the sound room and asking them to bring me a left-hand speaker.
Terrible. No.
Assalamu
alaikum.
Oh, man, hazing. Yeah, it's healthy sometimes.
The weather update. I think it's going to be playtime weather.
Right, Durban expecting clear weather today. Durban also expecting to be fairly windy. So take care. If the level of wind rises. Clear 23 for Durban, Pietermaritzburg, mostly cloudy 21 degrees. Richards Bay a clear 26. Margate today mostly clear 23. Ladysmith a mostly cloudy 20 degrees today. From -3 overnight in Newcastle. -3. Overnight, a clear 19 degrees at lunchtime for Newcastle. Johannesburg, a little bit warmer at -1 overnight, a clear 16 degrees at lunchtime in Jozi. And Cape Town today, mostly cloudy, 14.
Not so bad.
That's the high.
Same country. From
14.
-3 to 14s.
Look at that. You're talking about the same country, right?
Global
So
warming.
Johannesburg, 16 degrees if you're landing there for a lunchtime meeting. And then you've got places like Richards Bay, 26 degrees, clear day. It's going to be like a mild sort of summer's day in Richards Bay.
Who would say?
Yeah.
Again, same place. Same flag.
Well,
Just not in the World Cup.
You gotta love our climate, man. Absolutely love our climate. It's 6:41 now. This is your breakfast rush on Radio Al Ansar. Loads coming your way on TBR today. Don't forget, tax season, it is upon us. So we've got the team from Karo Financial Accounting Services joining us later on the program to give us a breakdown on what's happening with Uncle SARS. Oh, did you know that things changed yesterday?
With regards to...
For people traveling.
Oh, okay.
Right? If you are doing some traveling, there's something that's changed from SARS. A new mandatory travel, well, not a new, but new mandatory travel rules that have been put in place for anyone entering or leaving sunny South Africa.
Okay. I hope that they're giving us more, not taking more.
Well, hang on. Listen to this one here. Might answer your question, right? SARS has warned that from yesterday, the 1st of July, 2026, any travelers entering or leaving South Africa must submit an online traveler declaration before they travel. So that might be you leaving today, or tomorrow, or the weekend. It might be you. So listen very, very carefully. Hopefully your travel agents told you about this already. So if you're entering or leaving South Africa, you must submit an online traveler declaration before you travel. So the new travel rules form part of the digital travel pass, piloted at airports in South Africa back in 2022. As part of the modernization program, SARS implemented the South African Traveller Management System, or SATMS, on a pilot basis at selected airports in that year. It was later expanded to sea and land ports. And during the pilot phase, the system operated on a voluntary basis, but it's now become a mandatory process. So all travelers must now submit an online declaration no more than 24 hours before departure from the country from which they are traveling. Now, according to the the Revenue Service, the declaration forms part of the customs process and helps travelers meet their legal obligation to declare goods, currency, and other relevant items in their possession. So the system makes it easier for travelers to comply with customs formalities before arriving at an airport or of entry or exit. So SARS says that in general, any person leaving or entering South Africa by air, land or sea or rail must submit a traveller declaration. So there you have it. If you're doing any travelling and you didn't hear about it, well, now you don't have that excuse anymore.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Your future in accounting starts with the right foundation. Regent Business School's SAICA-endorsed Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting degree prepares aspiring accounting professionals with the knowledge, discipline, and practical understanding needed for the world of finance, business, and professional practice. With flexible learning, academic support, and a pathway towards the PGDA, Regent helps you take your next step with confidence. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regent.ac.za.
Looking for natural wellness solutions for the whole family? Visit the Al Ansar Shop Health Department, your trusted destination for vitamins, supplements, herbal remedies, immune boosters, and health essentials. Whether you're looking to improve your well-being or maintain a healthy lifestyle, we've got you covered. Quality products, trusted brands, affordable prices. Visit the Al Ansar Shop today. Al Ansar Shop, caring for your health naturally.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
46 minutes past 6 on your breakfast rush, and the Ahmed Kathrada Foundation, 1 minute past that, has sharply criticized President Cyril Ramaphosa's appointment of Dina Pule as Minister of Social Development whilst simultaneously demanding urgent answers from the government over former President Jacob Zuma's reported meeting with state capture accused Ajay Gupta in India. In a strongly worded statement released yesterday, the foundation said the two developments raised serious concerns about South Africa's commitment to ethical governance, accountability and the rule of law. Pule is replacing controversial Sisi Tolashe, whom Ramaphosa fired on May 14th for various unethical behavior, including failure to disclose 2 luxury cars donated to the ANC Women's League, which were allegedly registered on her children's names.
Outside of South Africa now, Iranian Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Garibabadi says talks in Qatar's capital with Pakistani and Qatari officials on the Memorandum of Understanding with the United States have concluded. US President Donald Trump described the meetings in Doha as very good.
Back home, Gauteng authorities have confirmed the arrest of 154 people linked to incidents arising from the anti-illegal immigration marches across the province, with law enforcement warning that further arrests are expected as operations move into a post-protest enforcement phase. Addressing a media briefing yesterday, Gauteng Provincial Commissioner Lieutenant General Tommy said police and other law enforcement agencies had acted against individuals who exploited the marches to commit crimes despite repeated warnings from authorities. The briefing was hosted by the Gauteng Provincial Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure alongside Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi following province-wide demonstrations over the illegal immigration.
I told you about the new rules, right? So from yesterday, travellers can no longer simply arrive at an airport, border post or harbour and complete declarations on arrival. You've got to do it in advance. So SARS says these declarations must be completed online no more than 24 hours before departure from the country that you're travelling from.
So there's so many things already.
Like what?
Vaccines, visas, passports, permits and others.
If you got a problem with it, just don't go anywhere. Stay at home. Go and see beautiful South Africa. Go.
Good advice.
Honestly, there are places in the country that you have not seen.
Too many.
And like me on Monday, right? We traveled less than 2 hours away from HQ.
Yeah.
Less than 2 hours away from Durban. We ended up in what you could call Midlands, just before Underberg and what have you, right? So just 2 hours outside of Durban. We went to the waterfall ranch.
Did you need another jacket?
I carried a jacket, I just didn't wear it.
Oh,
it was a little bit chilly. It was a little bit chilly, but we were there around about midday, so the sun was high. It was lovely. These guys have an actual waterfall on their property.
Wow.
Right? So it cascades down into this little basin, so you've got water pooling there. You could go swim in it.
Beautiful. Okay.
They're estimating the maximum depth there, like in the deepest area, to be around about 2 meters.
Not bad.
Right, not bad. And then it flows down into a river.
Beautiful.
So it's not water that's pooling and just stagnating completely. It's moving.
So the next time we go down there, I'll come in your backpack with swimming attire.
I want to go again, like really soon, like maybe this weekend. I want to take kids down because.
Will you jump in?
Now, no.
Okay.
Because it's ice water. we taste it. So it's like ice water in there midday, but fresh water, which is beautiful.
Sounds like you could gulp from there too.
Irfan tried, and he was perfectly fine thereafter.
There you go.
Right. So anyway, waterfall comes down into this sort of natural pool, which is absolutely gorgeous. You've got all these rocks everywhere, which is brilliant. To be honest with you, the scenery is amazing. And the stream that goes down, there's a hiking path along the stream that we took a walk on. And it was phenomenal. I love nature.
I do
The
too.
beauty of creation is absolutely amazing. So if you can't fill those forms and go out overseas, it's fine. There's so much to see right here in South Africa.
And fuel prices have decreased.
Yeah, and which makes it a bit easier to travel, ne?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you for sure, it makes it easier to travel from. So, let's see. Fazila Kaji sending salams this morning. Buddy Governor is ready for your sport report in about an hour, less than an hour. Chanel sending salams to everybody today. Salamu alaikum. If your phone number is ending 6444, Hafiz Ahmed. Salamu alaikum to you. Hope you're well as well. The Youth Frequency Program's busy tuning at the moment in their group. Shabir Ali sending salams to you that's listening in this morning. Razia Kader as well.
And Anissa says that she's struggling at the moment to pick up Al-Ansar in Pietermaritzburg.
Yeah.
We hope that somebody can tell her to stream if you can't hear us.
Okay, so I'm going to make a suggestion.
Okay.
I'm not going to say technical crew because it's not a technical problem. Our IT department might not like.
Okay.
To everybody, if you're streaming or you're watching this video in Pietermaritzburg now, when you're driving past the Ortman Road studio, can you please slow down and turn salt?
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
Every day's a good day.
Did you hear? Your favorite 24-hour dentist has moved? Crown Dental Studio, offering everything your smile needs, from general to cosmetic dentistry. Female practitioner now available upon request. Call us on 081-207-8621 to schedule your next appointment. Or visit our new studio at 26 McCuton Avenue, Durban North. Crown Dental Studio, your 24-hour dentist.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
My name is Rabia Parker. I'm from Western Cape, Cape Town. I'm Colton. I'm from Cape Town. Nakira, Cape Town. My favorite radio station is Radio Al-Ansar.
We love the Breakfast Rush. Rangireza, 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 oh, Rangireza. Kun faya kun faya kun faya kun faya kun faya kun faya kun. जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था वही था वही था वही था वही था जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था वही था वही था वही था वही था वो जो मुझ में समाया वो जो तुझ में समाया मौला वही वही माया जो मुझ में समाया वो जो तुझ में समाया मौला वही वही माया कुन फाया कुन सदकल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम रंग रेजा रंग मेरा तन मेरा मन ले ले रंगाई चाहे तन चाहे मन रंग रेजा सजरा सवेरा मेरे तन बरसे कजरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती लो सजरा सवेरा मेरे तन बरसे कजरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती लो कदरा मिला जो तेरे दर बरसे ओ मौला मौला कुन फाया कुन कुन फाया कुन कुन फाया कुन कुन फाया कुन कुन फाया कुन.
This is Zara Powell and I only listen to the Breakfast Rush.
लजपा 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 लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना हाँ लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना जदों वक्त नज़ारे दामन दी हवा देना जदों वक्त नज़ारे दामन दी हवा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना मैं नात तेरी पढ़ना मैं जिक्र तेरा करना मैं नात तेरी पढ़ना मैं जिक्र तेरा करना ऐसे जिक्र दी बरकत ना मेरी कब्र वसा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना दिल रोंदा जांदे ने जदों लोकी मदीने नूं दिल रोंदा जांदे ने जदों लोकी मदीने नूं हुण सानू भी आका दरबार दिखा देना हाँ हुण सानू भी आका दरबार दिखा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना लजपाल नबी मेरे दर्दां दी दवा देना साइम दी तमन्नाए रवे आके मदीने विच साइम दी तमन्नाए रवे आके मदीने विच पावे तैबा दे कुत्तियां दे पैरां च बिठा दे.
The Breakfast Rush Main News Bulletin.
Making news at 7, the eThekwini Augmented Plumbers Panel marched to the Durban City Hall to lay bare several problems that it has with the management of eThekwini Water. Good morning, I'm Thabile Duma. The eThekwini Augmented Plumbers Panel marched to the Durban City Hall to lay bare several problems that it has with the management of eThekwini Water on Monday. The plumbers, who are sometimes contracted to the city, handed over a memorandum to officials and demanded clarification on 2 tenders advertised in December last year, and most importantly, why they, as contractors, are out of work. The panel represents approximately 1,000 plumbers. They also expressed a dissatisfaction with the management of the Auxiliary Services Department and demanded that certain staff be removed, claiming that some officials have manipulated the municipal systems, are corrupt, and have violated municipal bylaws by using ghost plumbers. Fueling their anger, the plumbers stated that they were informed that the 5 new main contractors have been awarded and that water management has requested them to use only the current plumbers who are on the council roster system. March and March leader Jacinta Zuma says she has repeatedly sought a meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa but has received no response, despite the presidency meeting with 2 of the movement's associates this week. Speaking to journalists in Durban on Tuesday, after thousands of supporters marched through the city over undocumented immigration, Zuma said that she was not aware that Ngizwe Mchunu and Nkoskhona Ndabandaba had met President Cyril Ramaphosa on Monday, nor had she been involved in discussions leading up to the meeting or informed of what was discussed. She announced that the demonstrations against undocumented immigration will be held every Thursday for the next 3 months until government responded to the movement's demands. Meanwhile, several parties yesterday dismissed MK Party MP Vusi Shongwe's testimony at the Madlanga Commission over the non-appearance of Crime Intelligence Major General Feroz Khan before the ad hoc committee. Shongwe told the Madlanga Commission on Tuesday that it was difficult to get Khan to testify before the committee because of resistance from members of the committee, and singled out EFF leader Julius Malema. EFF MP Leanne Matthews raised the matter when the ad hoc committee met to deliberate on its preliminary report. Matthews challenged Shongwe's assertion that the decision not to bring Khan was based on Malema, saying no one person ran the committee. Matthews suggested that they write to the commission and clarify that the decision that Khan did not give evidence was made by the committee. Residents in Pietermaritzburg sprang into action on Tuesday after discovering an abandoned newborn baby lying in a bush near the Kot al-Islam Mosque in Bombay Road. Within minutes, community members alerted emergency responders through local WhatsApp groups, while others rushed to bring clothes, formula and blankets to comfort the infant before paramedics arrived. The baby, whose umbilical cord was cut and tied with a shoelace, had been wrapped in a jersey and left in the bush near the mosque entrance. The coordinated response brought together residents, security companies and emergency medical services. MI7 Advanced Life Support paramedic Andrew Brown said emergency teams were alerted shortly after midday through messages shared on community WhatsApp groups. KwaZulu Private Ambulance spokesperson Craig Botha said that the baby's survival was due to the quick thinking of residents. The baby was transported to hospital where he is receiving further medical care while police investigate who abandoned the child. And finally, Defense Minister Israel Katz has said that Israel will keep its troops in occupied areas of Gaza, Lebanon and Syria indefinitely, describing the policy as necessary for defending the borders. Speaking yesterday at a memorial ceremony for soldiers killed in the 2006 Lebanon war, Katz said that there would be no Israeli withdrawal from southern Lebanon until Hezbollah is disarmed. Katz also renewed an earlier warning to Iran, saying that it would be struck with full force if it retaliated over Israel's military campaign in Lebanon. The warning echoed Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's recent pledge that Israel's pursuit of total victory over Iran and its allied groups never ends. Taking a look at our financial indicators, the rand to the US dollar is trading at 16 rands and 38 cents, to the euro at 18 rands and 64 cents, to the pound at 21 rands and 75 cents. The Saudi Riyal is at 4 rands and 16 cents. Gold is trading at $4,064.31 an ounce, while Brent crude oil is trading at $70.77 a barrel. That's it for now. I will be back with headlines at 7:30. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Interestingly, she's talking about she mentioned in the news, plumbers that are not too happy with eThekwini right now, and plumbers going on a strike. And just a day later, or on the same day really, eThekwini released this notice that water supply to major parts of North Durban is going to be cut because there's plumbing repairs being done. So my question is, if all these plumbers are busy striking and saying we're not getting any work, what's the story? Where's our work? Who's doing the plumbing repairs?
Yeah.
Right? But look, that's a question for another day. Anyway, it's 6 minutes after 7. This traffic report is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, caring for your health every step of the way.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Lieutenant Colonel Raouf, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. What's happening on the roads now? So on the M7, this is going westbound now. As you go past the BMW on the M7, Rossborough, you got a truck that's stuck, broken down. And just please approach with caution. It's on the left-hand lane as you're going towards the M2. This is going westbound. So just please be extra cautious. Accident on Commercial Highway. It's near the Goat King Farm as you come from Phoenix towards the M2. Now, this is the M25. I'm suspecting it's the M25. So as you come towards Goat King, that's where the accident is. So just be careful. There's about 2 or 3 vehicles involved in this one. So moving traffic on the NC westbound from Spaghetti Junction. Now, this is due to the earlier report that I gave you. Traffic is backed up now considerably on the NC. So people need to start using the alternate routes. The alternate route from the N3 is the M13. You also have the availability of going onto the M7, but the M7 has to join onto the M13 for you to get towards Pietermaritzburg. So the M7 doesn't go as far as that. M7 is halfway on the N3. So the M19 is the other alternative. You can go up the M19 into Pinetown and then join the M13. Then use the old Comrades route, which is the R103. Use the M13 and the R103. When you get to Cater Ridge, you then jump back onto the NC again. From there, it's running quite smoothly. So hopefully you'll be able to get. But remember now, there's a lot of pressure on the M13 this morning because of the accident scene on the N3. Lots of trucks that are using it. There is a time slot where trucks are not allowed to drive on the M13. So I hope they adhere to that. 6 to 9, no heavy vehicles allowed on the M13. So I hope they adhere to the rules. Otherwise, they're going to be prosecuted. So you spoke about this morning. South African Weather Service issued a level 2 warning for damaging winds. People traveling to Verlenen, especially on the N3, be extra cautious. The wind can get very bad in that pass as you get halfway up the hill. It's like a valley type of thing there, and the wind just cuts straight across. So just be aware of that, please. If you are traveling, just make sure that you do it carefully. There's more and more information coming through about this accident. In NC North is closed, Kangweni. Trucks are being sent onto the NC and staging. Light motor vehicles are being diverted to Hillcrest. So the trucks are all being stacked on the N3. Your light motor vehicles are being sent to Hillcrest. Now, this is if you're coming into Durban. If you're going out of Durban. Now, there's off-ramp for Hillcrest. They're sending you through an off-ramp through Hillcrest on the R103. So that's a route that you can use to get past the accident scene. Obstruction on the N2 southbound just before NPC. There's a cleanup in progress with Fulltech. Something happened there. It's quite a big spill. So Fulltech is busy cleaning it up. Okay, it was an accident. It's on the fast lane. And that's by NPC. But just be aware of that as you're coming from the M7 going south towards the old airport. You're going to come across the accident. It looks to me like the fast lane and the lane next to that, which is a white line, is obstructed. There's 3 vehicles involved in this one. That's your second update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Much appreciated. We'll catch up with you around about 7:30ish.
Now, I just want to talk about my boots.
You want to talk about your boots?
Okay, listen to the radio.
Tell me about your boots.
going to tell you how comfortable it is.
Okay, because I'm thinking steel toe, hard bottom, goes up past the ankle. I don't see that as being very comfortable. You're wearing it 12 hours a day.
I can wear it for up to 18 hours a day sometimes.
Whoa.
Because your feet have gotten used to them, right?
No, I've got a lovely wife.
I'm not going to disagree with you. I've met her. She's a wonderful human being.
That massages my feet for me when I go home.
Right.
Sweet.
That's so lovely.
Causing problems for the other sisters in their homes, but we won't say anything about that.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, right? Wait, hold on. Let me just take my shoe off. You make me do the weirdest things inside the studio, in the camera. There you go. Wait, hold it. Let me get off. If you're watching right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
So, this is the shoe, right, that I'm talking about today. Now, Colonel Raouf, I know, and Zach goes and puts my bald head on the TV. So,
Looks quite smart.
There you go. It is a smart shoe.
I would never think that.
It's like you get smart TVs. This is a smart shoe.
Because normally your house shoes don't have such aesthetically pleasing, looks.
Hey, this shoe's a vibe, man. This shoe came from Brazil just to be on my feet. Seriously. I tell you what, if you want to know more about it, stick around, stay tuned. After the ad break, we're talking about Openanken anti-stress shoes. So if you're getting married soon, put this on your wedding gift.
Diabetic friendly as well, from what I've heard.
There you go. We'll talk about that and more in a bit. Colonel, thank you very much. Go put the TV on.
Wa alaikum salam.
Now, for those, don't say it, Nichal. Don't say wet blankets. Okay, I'm not going to say it. For those folks that have a problem with me saying put the TV on, I'm suggesting you put the YouTube on so you can see what we're talking about in studio. That's all.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African, and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The views and opinions expressed by the guest and presenters of Radio Al Ansar are not necessarily the views and opinions of Radio Al Ansar and the Al Ansar Foundation.
Gentlemen, it's back. The legendary Openanken anti-stress shoe has returned to Brasilia and designer shoe outlet. Handcrafted in Brazil from ultra-soft premium leather, anti-stress comfort, diabetic friendly. Built for real, everyday wear. Tried, tested, and trusted by men from the workday to weekends. Back in limited quantities. Available at Brasilia Pavilion, Midlands Mall, Westtown Square, and designer shoe outlet Westwood and South Coast Mall. Openanken Anti-Stress. The peak of comfort technology is here.
Gaza needs your support more than ever. Homes have been shattered and families have lost everything. With your support, our teams are delivering clean water tankers, feeding the hungry, and assisting orphans who have no one left. Let us give Gaza whatever help we can. African Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
TBR, it says 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg. Now, I know you just heard it. I know, right? I know there's a whole bunch of you that just jumped on to the video because I was busy getting undressed in the studio. No, I just take my shoe off to show you. I made sure everybody else's mic's off because I knew what I was going to say. Anyway, so I made sure I was going to show you the shoe that we're talking about. So you decided to jump on the video. Anyway, this is what we're talking about.
It's back. The legendary Openanken anti-stress shoe has returned to Brasilia and designer shoe outlet. Handcrafted in Brazil from ultra-soft premium leather, anti-stress comfort, diabetic friendly. Built for real, everyday wear. Tried, tested, entrusted by men, from the workday to weekends. Back in limited quantities. Available at Brasilia Pavilion, Midlands Mall, Westtown Square, and designer shoe outlet Westwood and South Coast Mall. Opanankan Anti-Stress. The peak of comfort technology is here.
So a man has enough stress in his day. His shoes should be the one thing on his side. And we're talking and selling easy all-day comfort for any man on his feet. And we're doing it with a smile. Right? We've got in studio with us the brand ambassador for Opanankan shoes. Hafiz Yunus Barak spoke about the Opanankan shoe on Monday in the afternoon with brother Zahir Parson. Interestingly, the focus was on persons who had diabetes and others who did not. The core of the subject is that the customer who does not have diabetes, the benefits is that the customer has all the special features and benefits and comfort of a shoe made for persons who have diabetes. So a huge plus for the ordinary customer as well. For example, right? The shoe is over-engineered for his needs, and that surplus comfort is what melts the stress out of a long day. Now, the brand is called Opanankan Anti-Stress. Hafiz Yunus, Assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Nichal and to Nazmeera also in the studio, and to Zach and Mondley, of course. Thank you very much for having me on the show once again. Such a pleasure to come to Al Ansar. And of course to all the radio listeners to Al Ansar, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning to you all.
I see you're stretching out your back.
I have to. You took your shoes off, so I have to stretch my back.
Tell us about this shoe. I know the brand is called Opanankan Anti-Stress.
All right. Michelle, you know you're quite a modest man, right?
Yeah, I'm trying.
I know you're trying. But you purchased a pair a week ago.
Yeah.
And the best person to grant us evidential proof, brother, is you. You told me you purchased it a week ago. You're wearing them for a few days.
Yeah.
And you feel the difference. You tell us, sir.
So one of the first things that I noticed, Hafizab, is when you purchase, like generally speaking now, when you purchase a new pair of shoes, you got to wear it, and it takes a few days for either your foot to get used to the shoe or the shoe to grow into your foot.
Correct.
One of the two. With the Opanankan shoe, it's like it knew my foot the second I put it on.
Fantastic.
There was no, there's no pain. There was no squeezing. There was no hurt on the ankles.
Yeah.
You know, when the shoe hits your ankle there and it kind of rubs and you got to get used to it and what have you.
Correct.
You're wearing the wrong shoe. This did not happen at all. So the shoe, I want to describe it as being gentle. It's the soft leather
that
right. makes the huge difference. So the shoe is gentle. Listeners of the show, long-time listeners of the show know that I'm somebody who is diabetic. So finding out that the shoe is diabetic friendly, fantastic. I want to know how so.
Mm-hmm.
It's proof of how the soft shoe, it's not just health talk.
Correct.
It's reality. It's the comfortable shoe for every guy out there.
Correct. All right. Before we just proceed, Nichal, just to advise you, this question came up a few times.
Yeah.
Opanankan has been making leather footwear in Brazil since 1990.
Wow.
It's a proper shoemaker, it's not a copy. Now, the name Opanankan originates from Opanka.
Okay.
The first type of footwear where ancestors sewed animal fur on the soles of the feet. Interestingly, a traditional leather shoe covering, due to registration issues, the name changed to Opanankan.
Opanankan. So that's where where it originates.
Absolutely.
From. So let me ask the men something honest this morning, right? You're listening in, you're watching in right now. Answer this question on WhatsApp or in the comment section on the video, right? by the end of a long day, how do your feet feel? Because a man already carries enough stress on his own, right? There's the boss, there's the bond, there's the shopping list from the wife, and somehow grows longer, that shopping list, every time you tick something off it. So you're carrying stress, How do your feet feel after the day, the long day? Now, cards on the table. I've been wearing my pair of open ankle and anti-stress shoes for a couple of days now. Realistically speaking, I think you've ruined it for all of my other shoes.
But I must say, when I walked in here, it looked absolutely fantastic on you.
Thank you.
Really, it suits your feet. It was like made for your feet, Nichal. All right, then my work here is done. And the name is the whole story, Nichal. These are called anti-stress. Now, I'm an honest man, so I will not promise these shoes will fix the stress that are waiting for you at home.
I don't think anybody can promise that.
Yeah, nobody. But from the ankles down, I can make you a brand new man, Nichal.
Right.
Let me show you how.
So what's going inside? What's going on inside the shoe that has me converted after just a couple of days?
Lovely. Good question. Nichal, start the moment you put it on. Exactly what you said earlier. The whole shoe is 100% A-grade Brazilian leather. Soft, smart from the very first wear. So no painful breaking in week. And it still looks proper. Smart enough for work, for a function, for the masjid. Nobody sees a comfort shoe. They just see a good-looking shoe.
And that surprised me as well, right? I expected to suffer for the first week, but they were comfortable from minute one.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Day one.
Okay, so under your foot, let's just talk a little bit here, is an anatomic insole.
Right.
In plain words, it is shaped to hold your foot properly, and it cushions every step. So instead of the hard ground hammering up through your feet all day long, the shoe soaks it up. Secondly, the lightweight calf leather lining keeps your foot dry. So you got calf lining, not the usual polyurethane inner lining that comes in, right? Thirdly, the toe box, we spoke about it previously, is wide enough not to squash your shoe.
It doesn't.
Fourthly, the bovine leather, nappa leather adjusts for true, real comfort. Light and flexible. Again, a benefit, comfort that lasts approximately only 260 to 280 grams. Absolutely brilliant.
That was one of the things that I noticed the minute I lifted the shoe inside of the studio shop.
Yeah.
Is that you could hardly feel the weight of the shoe. Now, it was my back, and I noticed almost more than my feet. Because people know now I'm working in an industry where you're carrying heavy stuff, heavy speakers, this, that, and the other. So the back takes a little bit of a knock.
Correct.
So I noticed that the change in the lower back was same day. No suffering. No suffering in the lower back.
Great stuff. All right. Let's just talk two things here. One, before we get to that particular point, it's an important thing to note that the shoe avoids seams in the inner lining. This is very, very important. There's nothing there. Absolutely correct. So primarily to prevent friction points and avoid injuries, especially also people with diabetes. Now remember, the top of the foot is called the dorsum. It's sometimes called the instep. Now the dorsum is less fatty, unlike the soles, which means it's sensitive to pressure and impact. That's why, remember, your pain will start from your leg going up towards your back. That generally happens. And the inner side of the foot is called the medial, all right? And the outer side, where your small toe is called the lateral. Both these parts of the foot actually absorbs the shock. And by engineering the shoe without any seams, makes it even more comfortable.
So seamless comfort, tell us about the back.
Okay, seamless comfort. Your what happens here is they suffer together, so they recover together.
Oh, okay.
The sole is light and flexible too. It bends with your foot, and there is a wide toe box, proper room up front, so your toes don't get squashed together like commuters on a taxi sometimes.
We know this taxi all too well.
Yeah, we know all that. And then the lining absorbs the sweat, antibacterial, so your feet stay dry and fresh all day, which means when you walk in the door at night, take your shoes off. Your wife does not have to open every window in the house.
That's
Seriously.
a good marriage vibe right there, officer.
Okay, on a serious note, I've made some good marriage vibes. On a serious note, this shoe is so soft, Nichal.
It is.
And so kind on the inside, with nothing pressing or rubbing.
Yeah.
That is even designed to be diabetic friendly. But you do not need to be diabetic to enjoy that. It just tells you how gentle it is, loved by everyone, kind enough for the most sensitive feet.
Yeah. Comfortable shoe first, and that gentleness is a bonus for whoever needs it, Hafiz.
Comfort first, Nichal, for every man. Comfort first. When you buy a pair of shoes, you want it to be comfortable. The shoe does the rest.
So I want to go to WhatsApp really quickly. And Brother Farooq Khan is here on WhatsApp, and he comes through and says, these shoes, do they have a safety shoe line? Hafiz, I'm sure that's something that's in the pipeline.
That's in the pipeline. A safety shoe line. Absolutely.
Diabetic shoe. Our WhatsApp is blowing up over here. Hafiz sounds like a top salesman. This is Brother MH Osman. Salams. So where are these shoes for women? We also work hard. I also want shoes for comfort. Sister Shamima, Hafiz, ladies line.
Absolutely. Ladies, I promise you, there will be a nice, lovely set of shoes coming very soon from Opanankan in Brazil.
Yeah.
We haven't forgotten the ladies.
Yeah.
We've had this previously, but we're bringing in, due to, of course, with the issues that we have globally and shipping, etc. Lady shoes will be here shortly. As soon as it comes, Nichal, you'll be the first to know on Radio Al-Ansar.
I'm not going to wear it.
You don't have to.
I'm not going to wear it. I'll wear my one. I'm going to wear my uncle's one. I'll wear that one.
Nazmeera to wear it.
Yeah, there you go. But here's somebody that says, I'm on my feet all day. Will I really feel the difference?
Good question. Right. Because you're on your feet the all day, again, the benefits of the shoe that I told, right? That you wear it the whole day, that evening, that ache, you have made peace, which is not normal, may possibly not be usually by the wrong shoe. Give these a day and notice how you feel by sunset. The other thing is that the leather, it's clean and smart, good for the office, good for the weekends. Standing on your feet all day, it's a formal or a casual shoe all in one. The comfort, the beauty part about this shoe is the comfort hides quietly inside, where only your feet know about it.
Fauzi, who's messaging now. Fauzi says, Nichal, it's the best shoes one can buy. My hubby's comfort zone. It lasts so long. It is a really good buy. Now, for me, I want smart, not a chunky old man's comfort shoe.
The lady that sent the WhatsApp,
Sister
Fauzi, thank you very much for those kind words. I think it's very important. I think somebody's seen the light here, probably your husband, which is brilliant. I have people in the family who actually use the shoes for up to about 7 years now. Which telling you
7 years.
7 years
Wow.
on average.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a comfortable shoe. It's long lasting. Okay. And if you count the hours you spend on your feet, then you spend the price over a shoe that keeps you comfortable through every one of them.
Right.
Made in real leather to last. Honestly, it is some of the best money a working man spends on himself. A shoe is expensive today.
Oh, very much so.
Cheaper than therapy, but Opanankan works faster, guaranteed.
I like that. I like it. So many messages coming in. Here's W. Kaji that says, Nichal, my husband had this one. When we saw the price, my husband hesitated, but I encouraged him to buy it. It really was the best investment. And this is from Sister W. Kaji, who's not from KZN, mind you.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sister Kaji, thank you for those.
So are they worth the money?
Of course, thank you for the information.
Yeah.
Let's look at the price. It's not expensive. It's inexpensive. It's affordable. If you look at the market rate of shoes, they're anything between 1,600 to 2,500. A good, comfortable shoe. Right?
Yeah.
These shoes come under the 2,000 Rand mark. So in terms of competitive advantage, I think that it's placed at the ideal point for somebody who wants to buy a shoe that gives them comfort, relaxed comfort for a couple of years. It's a great investment. Remember the difference it makes to your body and your feet. That's the difference.
I'm loving the fact that our listeners are engaging on this, in real time, on video, on WhatsApp.
Do you think this properly because I'm here?
It's definitely because you're here.
Thank you, Nichal.
Definitely because you're here. Nuranisa has an appeal for DSO. Brasilia DSO. She says, please make the shoes for ladies who work in retail. We are on our feet for over 10 hours a day. We would love it. Nuranisa, as you heard from Hafiz Saab, the ladies range is something that is definitely on the top of their priority list. Here's a listener that wants pictures and videos and what have you. Is it online? Listen, if you've been watching on our YouTube, Brother Zakaria has been putting up pictures and video and what have you off the shoe. But you could go to the Brasilia DSO website and you can have a look at it over there. Please confirm, what leather is it, Hafiz Saab? This is from Brother Muhammad Yusuf.
Good question. This is bovine calf leather, 100%. We used calf lining on the insole and calf. The entire shoe is bovine calf leather.
Yeah.
Right? Endorsed by the Brazilian shoe authorities.
Yeah.
That it is bovine leather. So you have no issue in terms of using, haram stuff like pig lining and stuff.
There you go.
Because you can actually make out the difference. On a pig lining, you'll tend to find the pores and so forth.
Yes,
right?
yes.
But on a calf lining, so you do normal bovine lining. But now if you look at the calf lining, it's even softer, even the shoe as well.
You gotta love our listeners. Sister Bilki says, I'm sure, does it come with heels?
It's definitely not ladies' heels.
You gotta love our listeners, honestly. I'm pretty certain that these suggestions that you're making, Hafiz Saab's going to take back to Brasilia, and when they're speaking with their suppliers, say, hey, listen, our folks want this. And put a list together and send it through. Now, Hafiz Saab, I'm looking at the time. I know we said to you we're not going to keep you too long this morning. For the fella, for the guy, for the man, for the uncle that's nodding his head right now with his aching feet at 7:30 in the morning, what does he do?
Right, Nichal. Just before we proceed with that, I like that question about which I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That, remember, the first and foremost, all those suggestions and compliments that have come over to the WhatsApp and all those listeners, please note that your entire exercise is not futile. This recording will be going across to Brazil, to the manufacturer, exactly telling him what the South African market needs. Exactly. Okay, one thing only. Do not take my word, Nichal, or even Nichal's. Don't take their word.
No,
Get yourself down to the store and feel it for yourself.
Right.
Slip a pair on. Take a walk around. And you will know in 30 seconds flat. Please note that these shoes have been selling at a fast pace. No sales talk. Really. Since the launch. Really don't miss out. This is not a sales talk. It's a comfort value advice. With shoes, make it a... with shoes, you have to try it on. You gotta go there and try it. You gotta walk around. You gotta walk. The nearest is westward in if you're living around here. Yeah, of course. And then you got South Coast Mall, and then you got Brasilia at the Pavilion. So people living around in the Westfield, Cowies Hill, and Pinetown area.
Yep.
And lastly, Brasilia in Midlands Mall for the famous Peter Maritzburg.
I did it again. I took my shoe off.
Just to show
just to show you, everybody who's watching, because people want to see. They're asking us to put it on screen. So there you go. Did it for you. Showed you the shoe that I'm wearing. It's not one of those big square-toed Nana shoes. No, it's not. No, it's not. And you've got that listener. You've got DSO Westwood Mall, DSO South Coast Mall, Brasilia at the Pavilion, Brasilia at Midlands Mall. And you could go to any one of those stores, make your purchase, go onto the Brasilia DSO website, and you can have a look at it as well. So I'll leave you with this. Yeah.
Okay.
How's up? You checking your WhatsApp as well? As much as I'm checking my WhatsApp in the studio.
I'm getting so many messages here, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, just
Did anybody say to you, listen, it's time for the headlines?
No. Everybody's telling me, just carry on. Don't stop. Okay, just very quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm asked frequently, is this the diabetic shoe?
Yeah. Yeah, they don't put sugar in it.
I don't put sugar. It's not a diabetic shoe. You are not buying a diabetic shoe. You are buying the most comfortable shoe that has been perfected for diabetics. If it's perfected and engineered for diabetics, imagine what it would do for someone who is non-diabetic. You got all the comfort. You got all of that there.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to quickly tell you, you're listening to Radio Al Ansar, and I want to go down to the stores, as Nichal say, go and try this on. Really do. I want to end off with a lovely joke.
Oh, please do.
The wife said to the husband, why do you refuse to take off your ultra comfortable Oppenanken shoes, my dear, everyday shoes? So the husband to the wife, honey dear, listen, my feet are finally living in a 5-star resort and I'm not checking out very soon.
That's brilliant.
Okay.
That's brilliant right there. Awasab, thank you for coming through and thank you for telling our listeners about this wonderful shoe. It really is, I am wearing it. I'm not going to tell you to buy something that I've not tried myself. Right? It's been one of the easiest shoes to get used to.
I'm glad you feel
really
that way. Really, I really appreciate your lovely comments, Nichal. I think we're not pushing any agenda out here.
Yeah.
A shoe has to be comfortable.
Okay, I wasn't paid to say that. I'm telling you the truth. The other thing is this, Awasab, it's 7:37. We've got to get into headlining news and all of that. Thank you very much for coming through this morning and telling us about this amazing Oppenanken anti-stress shoe.
Thanks, Nichal. Been a pleasure. Nazmeera, Zach, and the technical team, and to all the radio listeners, and Mondley, of course, and to all the listeners at Radio Al Ansar, thank you for listening in, and I wish you all the best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
DSO, Brasilia DSO, that's where you're going to find them.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
This Women's Day, every mosque tells a story. Al Ansar Outreach and Radio Al Ansar proudly present Her Mosque, Her Story.
Join us for an unforgettable day filled with inspiration, delicious food, laughter, comedy, exciting prizes, and heartfelt moments, and get to meet your favorite female presenters.
Tickets are only 300 Rand, and every ticket helps support our Slice of Life drive.
Call Outreach today on 031 208 1601 to book your seat for the 8th of August.
Her Mosque, Her Story, because behind every smile, every struggle, every success lies a story waiting to be told.
And remember, she's all that.
For gold and silver investors, the right partner makes all the difference. At IBV Gold, we are a world leader in gold and silver Krugerrands, trusted for over 21 years. Looking to sell? We offer seamless transactions and immediate payment for your Krugerrands. Whether you're buying or selling, IBV Gold delivers unmatched value, security, and discretion. Your decision is simple. IBV Gold is the place. IBV Gold, the most valuable decision you'll make. Visit us at www.ibvgold.co.za.
Vodacom Shop. For smartphones, laptops, routers, asset insurance, gaming, IoT, payment platforms, and the latest gadgets to always keeping you in the forefront of innovation and technology. Home and business internet to ensure that you have the best connection. Plug and play home internet to fully installed fiber. Our infrastructure provides a resilient platform for your critical business applications, which will help your business perform best. Vodacom Shop at the Pavilion Superstore 2.0, Westwood Mall, The Bluff, The Workshop Durban, Umlazi Mega City, Bridge City Kwamashu, Brookside Mall PMB, and the Nelson Mandela Square Sandton 2.0.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
The Breakfast Rush News Headlines.
Making news at the bottom of the hour, suspended MPD Chief Julius Mkhwanazi and Ekurhuleni Municipal Manager Kagiso Lerotla are due to return to the Boksburg Regional Quarter today. Minister of Transport Barbara Creasy has revealed that the department, together with the Road Accident Fund, has begun a formal review of the fund's funding framework as the government looks at possible changes to how it is financed. And finally, industry representatives have warned that the European Union's new digital border check system is causing severe disruption to travel, with passengers facing 5-hour queues and departure gates closing with planes only half full. That's it for now. For Radio Al-Ansar News, I'm Thabile Duma.
Thank you very much, Thabile Duma. Remember, this traffic report is proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, caring for your health every step of the way.
Breakfast Rush Traffic.
Colonel Raouf, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much. Let's give you a reminder of the N3. The N3 is still closed at East Vale, Chongweni area. Now, light motor vehicles have been taken off at Chongweni, being sent through Hillcrest towards Bottas Hill, and then the R103 all the way towards Cato Ridge, and then you join the freeway from that vicinity. If you're leaving from Durban, use the M13. That's your alternate route to get past the accident scene, and then join the NC at Cato Ridge again via the old Comrades route. If you're traveling on the M4 Northern Freeway coming into Durban, road rehabilitation is taking place, so the tar is stepped at certain places. Some guy sent a message, there's a hole on the road. So there's no hole on the road. The road is stepped, obviously, because rehabilitation of the roadway is taking place. The old tar has been dug up, and they're going to lay new tar sometime today or tonight. So at this point, the road is stepped at different levels. So just be careful as you're approaching that section of the roadway. It's stepped. The R66, as you get into the Shawe town, at the last traffic light, as you come out of the town, there's a serious head-on collision in that vicinity. So just approach with caution, please, if you are going to be traveling that way this morning. That's your final update.
Thank you very much, Colonel Raouf. Appreciated. Have a blessed day, and we'll chat again tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
The traffic report proudly brought to you by Pelican Pharmacy, caring for your health every step of the way. And as you travel today, remember Pelican Pharmacy is here to keep your health on track. Visit us at 262 Lenny Naidu Drive, Bayview in Chatsworth for friendly professional service and all your healthcare needs. Call us to schedule your medication deliveries and enjoy free delivery on chronic medication for your convenience. Pelican Pharmacy, 262 Lenny Naidu Drive, Bayview in Chatsworth.
Dragged on, excellent length, a little bit of movement.
The Breakfast Rush Sport Update with Buddy Govender.
Things are getting hot and heated and moving beautifully at the FIFA World Cup 2026. And the man with his finger on the pulse, brother Buddy Govender. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back.
Walaikum salam. Good morning, Nish. Hope you're good in the studio. Nice shoes.
They are very nice shoes. I mean, I'm being absolutely honest on that one. They are lovely. But I don't think I can play a game of football with them. I wouldn't take a chance. I don't want to damage these. They're gorgeous. Anyway, what's happening in your report today?
Oh, yeah. On the penultimate day of the round of 32, all eyes were on England yesterday. They took on the DR Congo. DR Congo did ever so well in the first half, really controlling the action. But it was in the second half that England came alive. And who else but come at the man, come at the hour, Harry Kane. A fantastic equalizer with the head. And what a great winner. Unbelievable strike there from the striker. Really just incredible as they saw off the DR Congo 2-1. England now face Mexico at the Azteca Stadium. That is going to be a match to watch indeed. Belgium, they took on the other African hopeful, Senegal. Well, Belgium won that one 3-2 after extra time. Senegal took a shock 2-0 lead. and then Belgium came back. Romelu Lukaku putting one back in the 86th minute, and Yuri Tielemans equalizing in the 89th minute. You can't get as close to that. So that's another African team out. Belgium will now co-host the United States in Seattle. Well, the USA, they had a very handy 1-0 win over Bosnia and Herzegovina. Malik Tillman, he scored a spectacular free kick just before halftime to send the USA into the round of 16, where they will face Mexico in a fantastic match. As I said, that's coming up. Today, what we can look forward to is the last of the round of 32. Spain will take on Austria, Portugal, Croatia, and Switzerland takes on the other African hopeful, Algeria. So that's going to be the three matches today: Spain, Austria, Portugal, Croatia, Switzerland, Algeria. After today, we will know exactly who is in the round of 16, and it's going to get ever so tight thereafter. But we'll give you all that info as we go through the weeks as well.
It's sounding phenomenal, buddy. Thank you very, very much. We are looking forward to tomorrow morning's report, and of course leading into what we can expect over the weekend as well. Thank you very much.
Take care. Salams to you, Naz, and the Magic TBR team. Ciao. Team, ciao.
Walaikum salam. Buddy Governor, of course, he brings you kickoff with all of this information over the weekend. But tomorrow morning, one more catch up with Buddy Governor on your Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Cook with confidence, serving the best to the people you love, from one dish to the next. Sunfoil, the heart of good cooking.
The next level of leadership requires more than ambition. It requires the ability to think strategically, make confident decisions, and lead in a constantly changing world. The Regent Business School MBA is designed for professionals, managers, and aspiring executives who are ready to strengthen their leadership capability and business perspective. With flexible learning, practical application, and future-focused insight, Regent prepares you for future challenges. Regent Business School, teaching different things differently. Visit regents.ac.za.
At the new Checkers Saxony Westwood, you'll find everything from our signature steakhouse classic cuts, expertly aged and ready for the braai. Try something exclusive like our Simple Truth certified lamb, responsibly sourced, free range, and raised without added growth hormones or promoters. Checkers Saxony Westwood, butchery, bakery, and deli, certified by the NIHT.
We love the Breakfast Rush.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
It is your Breakfast Rush, 90.4 FM in Durban, 105.6 FM in Pietermaritzburg, and everybody's favorite part of the year is here. It is tax season. So we got to give you the best advice possible, and who better to give that advice than the team from Karwa Financial Accounting Services. Joining us in the studio this morning is Brother Zubair and Sister Nabila from Karwa Financial Accounting Services. Assalamu alaikum once again, and welcome to the Radio Al Ansar studios.
Wa alaikum assalam. Jazakallah for having us again.
Alhamdulillah. I'm not sure if Nabila's mic is working this morning. Nabila, how are you doing this morning?
I'm well, and you?
Your mic's not working. So yeah, we're going to sort that out really quickly for you and get it going, because it's a very important discussion that we're having. Today, we're discussing VAT for registered businesses. Why would a business consider voluntarily registering for VAT?
So most commonly it's done for tenders, or your customers will request it, or it's a requirement for a contract, etc. If your customers are VAT registered businesses, they will be able to reclaim the VAT on their purchases. Your prices will still be competitive, and you can recover the VAT on your costs. You can also claim the VAT back on capital assets, but these assets need to be used in the production of your income. So this will be any equipment and or furniture that's essential to the running of your business. And just to clarify, a registered business also includes sole proprietors.
Just to add to this, Nichal, people also usually do a voluntary registration for VAT when they're buying property, so that they can save on the transfer duties. And we noticed that quite a few people were doing that. And that's one of the reasons why SARS has tied up the VAT registration process in so much of red tape that really we jumping through hoops to get VAT registrations done now.
Now, what if someone is a VAT vendor but their customers just don't want to pay VAT?
This is a common question we receive all the time. Can they invoice them without VAT? That's the question that comes up. The answer is no. If the services or sales occur in South Africa, and if you are providing, then you can't not charge them for VAT. So you're a VAT vendor, you're obliged to charge VAT where you're providing services in South Africa. If you're providing services to a foreigner, then that sale could be zero rated. Let me elaborate. A person from Zimbabwe buys a car in South Africa and they approach you as a South African company who does transport to transport their car to Zimbabwe. In this case, you're dealing directly with a foreigner, and that service that you're providing will not attract VAT.
So if you just tuned in right now, we're talking VAT for registered businesses. Nabila, how often are VAT returns submitted?
VAT returns are usually submitted every 2 months, but this depends heavily on your business's turnover. Larger businesses may be required to submit monthly returns. There's also a 6-month VAT return that's reserved for farming enterprises, as well as an annual VAT that's reserved for companies that do mainly rentals to fixed properties.
What exactly is VAT?
VAT stands for value added tax. It's a tax that is levied on taxable supplies. Taxable supplies are supplied for which VAT is charged at either the standard rate, which is currently 15%, or at zero rate. That means 0%. There is a limited range of goods and services which are subject to VAT at a zero rate or exempt from VAT. As a business, if your turnover exceeds 2.3 million, this threshold used to be R1 million. It was increased now in April after many years. VAT registration becomes compulsory. However, before you get to the 2.3 million rand, as you said earlier, you can voluntarily register for VAT.
So how's VAT calculated?
VAT has 2 components, an output and an input. Output is what the seller charges, and input is the VAT that the seller paid when he bought the items from the supplier.
And who pays VAT?
The simple answer is everyone. Everyone pays VAT on VATable supplies. For example, on groceries, on medication, on clothing, on a host of other items. There are certain items which are termed as basic needs on which there is no VAT. Like we said earlier, zero rate. For example, rent on your house, rent on a brown bread is another example. Eggs, oil, maize, meal, etc. However, the VAT inclusive rate list far outstrips the non-VATable list. So, as you said, they're non-VATable, but the VATable items are much more.
Nabila, what happens if I buy more than I sell? Will I get VAT back?
Yes, in theory you will get VAT back. However, the question that will then be raised is, why are you making excess purchases and holding that much of stock? If you are just starting up, then yes, that would make sense. Or for example, if you bought a qualifying capital asset, then yes, you can claim a VAT refund, but you need to ensure that all your supporting documentation, including proof of payment or your finance arrangement, is complete and valid.
So just to add, there are other businesses. For example, a company who's exporting stuff all the time.
Yes.
They will always be in a VAT refund.
Okay.
Because they have no local sales. Their sales are all foreign based.
Yes.
For example, service station where they're just selling fuel and diesel, their VATable sales will be far less than their expenses. So they will probably be in a refund lots of the time. So there are other businesses who are always in a refund.
Okay. What are the consequences of not registering for VAT when the threshold is reached?
Okay, failing to register for VAT when your turnover exceeds the compulsory threshold is a serious offence. Recently, SARS is automatically registering businesses for VAT based on the turnover submitted on the income tax or provisional tax return. Or in some cases, they're looking at the amount of money that went through the bank account. In this case, the registration is backdated to when the business first exceeded the threshold. In some cases, it can go 2-3 years back. These businesses are now liable to pay VAT to SARS even though they have not charged their client VAT. So This, we saw it in practice many years ago, then it died down for a while. Now we are getting these backdated registrations fast and furious.
So what happens next if a business has been automatically registered for VAT?
So those VAT returns will need to be submitted despite the fact that you didn't charge VAT. You cannot submit those returns as null. Then your financials need to be corrected to now state that your sales are ex VAT instead of just without VAT. And the income tax returns that you submitted need to be resubmitted. Once the full liability to SARS is determined and the business can demonstrate that they are unable to pay the full amount up front, we can apply for a payment arrangement to pay the liability over a few months. We are currently assisting 2 businesses with the same matter.
So one is you have the VAT that needs to be paid, and then also because a lot of this work is being redone, you obviously have to pay more fees. So you've duplicated your costs. You're thinking that the VAT thing will go away. Unfortunately, when it comes to SARS, nothing goes away. It'll always come back at some point.
SARS is like that wife that never forgets.
Absolutely.
She'll bring it up a few years later because she didn't forget. So keep that one there in mind, boys and girls. Nabila, if somebody wants to ask you a few more questions, how can they do that?
They can contact us on 031 207 4440, or they can WhatsApp us on 084 578 6626. Or my email is Nabila, NABEELA @kfas.co.za.
Always educational. Zubair, thank you so much for coming through. Nabila, you as well. Jazakallah for the info.
Jazakallah once again. Thanks, guys. Have a
Assalamu
good day.
alaikum.
Wa alaikum.
Nazmeera Cassim.
Yes.
Hey. Salah times.
Salah times
I just
on
looked
the
at the time now,
16th
like,
of
hey, we gotta go.
Muharram 1448. Where has the 2 hours gone to this Thursday morning? Zohar 5 minutes past 12, Asr 32 minutes past 3, Maghrib 11 minutes past 5, and Isha inshallah at 34 minutes past 6 tonight. Have a lovely Thursday. Looking forward to your duroods tomorrow. Be the best version of you.
Before we go, I want to acknowledge this brother that I met yesterday in the shop.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I was just doing some grocery shopping for home, and this brother walked up the aisle and he stopped me and he says, "Are you Nichal from Radio Al Ansar?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I've got my trolley there, and I'm standing in front of the thing. I'm looking at rice.
Okay.
It was brilliant. So he kind of acknowledged that I'm only buying brands that we talk about on the air.
Nice.
Right? Which is, look, it's normal for me anyway.
The only way to.
Yeah. So I keep saying, I'm not going to tell you to buy something that I'm not going to myself. Right? So there you have it. I just want to acknowledge that you walked up to me and you made salam and everything like that. He's a car salesman. So if there's a car salesman that shows you a picture of him and I standing together with like rice behind us, now you know the story. That's it for the show. Do good, be good. Till the next time.
The Breakfast Rush, brought to you courtesy of the Woolerton Group, at the forefront of innovation and one of the leading competitors in the South African FMCG market.
For over 5 decades, Sunfoil has nurtured a legacy rooted from our land. From a sunflower seed grown with goodness and love, crafted through excellence, precision, and care. Proudly South African and the only 100% pure sunflower oil endorsed as a diamond partner by the Heart and Stroke Foundation.